It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
I think that the tricky part for broadcasting is everybody likes something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So it's not like a scoreboard because the team that has more points on the scoreboard is the winner, and then the one that has less points is the loser. It's easy. I think when you're broadcasting a game, the listener likes something different from everybody. They like your voice, they like your inflection, they like your technical parts.
Or they don't.
Or they don't like any of those things. That's right. They like or they don't like.
That's right.
Some like a little teaching, some like a little, entertainment, some like personal stories. Some you're talking too much about yourself. So depending on who you ask, you get a lot of feedback. And that's, I think, the little bit of confusing part.
There's Tom Brady on broadcasting. Welcome to our world, Tom. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
We're expecting you.
Nice. Old school. Back when people watched TV shows and the openings had lyrics.
Well, that's that. Where the Love Boat sailed out of San Pedro, California.
San Pedro, right out of your old backyard. There it is.
Yeah. And did you see the Barrett Media lead story?
I did not.
Why a second season of Tom Brady on Fox Sports is filled with questions written by John Lund, your old adversary.
He's written about me before.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's first season on Fox. NFL number one booth was like facing a relentless pass rush with no protection and barely a second to throw. You think you're ready, but then the whistle blows.
I thought Brady's analysis there is right. And what's more is, although that's true with the viewers and the listeners, it's also true with your bosses, which is usually plural. You rarely have one boss. You usually have multiple bosses. And what do they want? They don't even necessarily tell you. Bowler's got all kinds of stories from his days working, and he worked at multiple networks, ESPN, CBS, and I think he was at Fox for a while, too, calling games. And, some of those bosses he never spoke to, and they judged him, and he didn't even know what he was being judged on.
Maybe so. I certainly can understand that, and it's kind of a perplexing situation there. But me as a viewer, I listen right through those guys. I am there to watch the game.
And that's the other thing. And the people who write about this and the bosses all obsess about it, but a lot of us have turned games on because they were good, not knowing who the broadcasters were, and we've turned them off or we've switched to another game because it's 21 points or it's 28 points, it's turned into a blowout. I'm on to the next thing. I know how this one's going to end. Give me another game.
Yeah. I don't listen for announcers, nor do I watch Super Bowls for halftime shows, but I will be watching the Big 12 title game between BYU and Utah, and John Party's going to be at halftime. Yeah, I'm fired up for John.
Tonight, you ready for a little preseason football? Or you just don't care?
I'm ready for a lot of preseason, not a little, a lot.
Well, there's two games tonight, Titans and the Falcons. And then the Chiefs and the Seahawks. And it's a doubleheader on the NFL Network at 5 and 8 o'clock tonight.
Anytime I got a chance to see Taylor Swift, I'm watching.
Tomorrow you got a lot. You got 4 games on the NFL Network tomorrow. So you just park yourself all day if you want. Jets and Giants, Jackson Dart. What's going to happen? 5 o'clock tomorrow. Former Corner Canyon Charger.
Yeah, I think that the Giants are going to start a freshman quarterback, and the Cougars are going to start a freshman quarterback. Eventually. I think Russell Wilson will be the starter for sure, unless he gets hurt here, so we got to take care of that. But I think eventually Jackson Dart will get his opportunity. When I say eventually, I'm talking about this season. I mean, obviously, eventually he will, but I'm talking in the immediacy of the 25 NFL season.
Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford expected to work out with his team tomorrow as he continues to rehab his aggravated disc in his back. He has not been practicing with the team, or if he has, it's been limited. So everyone's got their eyes on Matthew Stafford. He's going to be ready to go. How serious is this? Or are they just really conserving him knowing there's a long season to go? Rashee Rice, Chiefs wide receiver, will be available to play in the team's first 4 games of the season. At a minimum, he's waiting a disciplinary hearing with the NFL. It's now been set for September 30, so some discipline could come after that. It could impact his ability to play in October, but it looks like he's clear for September.
Why can't they do it today?
I have no idea. I do not know. You know, there was a time when baseball always used to do it when you came through town. You're like, yeah, technology's changed. We got Zoom. And go. And I have no idea why it takes so long. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
Get your popcorn, PK. The NCAA is going to announce the findings and punishments for the Michigan sign stealing case later today. You've obsessed about this. You really love this story.
Yeah. Well.
You can't even generate any sarcastic non-answer.
Then change your signs. This is all's fair in football, man.
And you think Rashee Rice has taken a long time for that disciplinary hearing? How many seasons ago was this? Last year they were bad. The year before that they won the title. So this was the year before that. This is at least 3 years. This is old.
Change your signs.
Tim Tebow, Deion Sanders, named to the Associated Press all-time All-America team that was revealed yesterday to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the honor. AP also honoring Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker, Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, Ronnie Lott, Ed Reed, Dick Butkus, Bronco Nagurski, Orlando Pace, Johnny Rogers, Ndamukong Suh, and Charles Woodson. Man, an all-time All-America team. You'd have to leave some Heisman Trophy winners out.
I'd throw in there honoring Bronco Mendenhall, too, in addition to Nagurski.
All the Broncos. All hail all the Broncos.
John Elway, sure.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Jazz revealed their 2025-26 season schedule. Only 2 nationally televised games. They're going to open the season October 22nd against former Jazz man John Collins and the LA Clippers. 3 5-game road trips, 1 6-game homestand. But when the team is this young, do we obsess about this the way we did when they were making deep playoffs run? And when is Jordan going to come through? And is it an NBA Finals? Or when is Kobe going to come through? And could it be a Western Conference Finals? And yeah, I'm not feeling any of that.
I never obsess over a schedule. You play who you play. Kevin Young was talking about that the other day. They give you the schedule and away you go.
Yeah. I'm
just disappointed that we've already assumed that Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills will be cut from the Clippers.
Yes. There are the assumptions.
I mean, the amount of leadership that Mills was able to provide last year for a few weeks was
phenomenal.
The benefits are, it's like a teacher. You won't know until like 20 years later the influence that you had on the young people.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
1-0 pitch, and he swings, and it's one deep down the right field line towards the corner, and that is off of the wall on the fly. Harris takes off. That's going to give the Braves the lead. It's a double by Ozzie. That's his 3rd big base hit tonight, and it gives the Braves a lead here in the 8th inning as it's 4-3 Atlanta.
The set at the belt. The pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball. Base hit. Past the diving shortstop Turner. DeYoung scores the tying run. Adams being waved in. Marsh's throw is offline, and the Nationals lead. Adams scores standing up. Tana delivers. The Nationals 3, the Phillies 2.
Hit high, left center field, at the fence, turns, it's out of here! Big fly, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., a stunner step around second as he slams the Blue Jays in front, 2-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Highlights from around Major League Baseball. The Nationals led the Phillies 3-2, and the Nationals beat the Phillies 3-2. You also heard Ozzie Albies in there with a homer and a double, and Atlanta beats the Mets 4-3. The Mets' problems continue to pile up. They have now lost 13 of their last 15 games. They're still in the last wild card, but only a half game in front of the Reds. They have got to figure some stuff out here.
Yeah, I like to look ahead rather than rehash results. The Reds are home to the Brewers tonight. Brewers are so hot, and the Reds are pretty hot too, so we'll see what happens there. And then obviously the Padres and the Dodgers are playing.
Huge series.
Yep.
Yeah. Big series. Padres one game up.
I'm a look-ahead guy rather than reciting scores, but excited to see what happens with those two series that I've just mentioned.
The Mets, losers of 13 in the last 15, are on MLB Network playing the Mariners tonight. And the Mariners just one game behind the Astros, so both those teams with a lot on the table in their respective races. The Mariners trying to win the AL West, and the Mets just trying to stay afloat in the wild card race here. The Red Sox have been red hot, and they got the Marlins this weekend. Ready for Fenway Park to be full of happy Red Sox fans? I mean, the Marlins, they're not terrible. They're not good. 5 games under 500, but they're not terrible either.
No, that's good, because I don't think it's appropriate for you to be labeling people terrible.
There it is. The Bees beat Sugarland 7-3, and the Bees will play again tonight. Tony Park's on the call, 6 o'clock here on The Zone. DJ and PK.
Hashtag RSL.
Real Salt Lake on the road. They are in Charlotte to play tomorrow night. First kick set for 5:30. Coverage here on The Zone will begin at 4:30 with the RSL pre-match show. Kurt Schmid, Chief Soccer Officer for Real Salt Lake, will join us coming up at 8:30 this morning. Have they heard anything from the league about all the calls that frustrated Pablo Mastroeni and had him flying around the sideline, and Diego Luna gets the red card? So he's suspended the next 2 games, one for the red card and one for yellow card accumulation. And is there any chance of getting that red card rescinded? I think the answer is no, because I think we would have heard by now. But what kind of conversations were there with the league? We can talk to Kurt Schmid about that coming up at 8:30. Charlotte is an okay team, and they're in the playoff picture in the East in 7th, but they are fantastic at home. 9 losses, 2 wins, 1 draw, 28 points out of a possible 36. They are a very good team at home, and RSL's got to go figure it out without Diego Luna. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NHL.
Utah Mammoth draft pick Caleb Denoyer underwent wrist surgery and is expected to miss 12 weeks. He dealt with numerous injuries last year, said he'd been dealing with wrist issues the whole season. So wrist surgery out 12 weeks. I guess the question is, why now? Did he aggravate it? Or why not get it taken care of right at the end of the season? But for whatever reason, it's now. With camp coming up and the opener now closing in on us here.
Yeah, I don't think he was expected to have a significant impact on the team, though, this year, was he?
I wouldn't think so. But just for his development and ability to play. What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. David Locke, back from vacation, going to join us at 8 o'clock. And then at 8:30, Kurt Schmid, Chief Soccer Officer for Real Salt Lake. DJ and PK, the question of the day is next.